It's our very own Leigh Spencer. And her, yes. And this is what her bio says. Leigh Spencer is a lukewarm mess, but she's funny and she means well. So hot damn. Get up here, Leigh. Give it up for Leigh.
You've got to be kidding me. We're not going. All right. Well,
You got it?
I think I can get it. Oh, it'll slide out though. There we go.
Is that better?
Maybe? Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. When I was a kid, I used to fall completely apart over making even the tiniest mistake, like playing along with Wheel of Fortune. I'd never shout out the answer, even if I knew it, because how would I ever live down the shame of guessing wrong? Vanna White would never show me the ceramic Dalmatian I could have won, and my family would obviously be mortified by how stupid I am. My stepfather would remind me that everyone makes mistakes, that it was a vital part of learning anything worth knowing. He used to ask me over and over again, why do you think they put erasers on pencils? Do you think they did that just for you? Everyone makes mistakes. My stepdad is long gone now, but my problematic relationship with mistakes remains. Just last month, I was staring at a blank screen, waiting for an email I needed to send to magically emerge. I was inviting a local poet to lead a workshop for an online writing group I'm part of. It was a paid gig and not a heavy lift. They might not be available, but lives would not be lost if they said no. But I admire this poet, almost to the point of fangirling. And I desperately wanted to deliver a successful workshop. I was stuck. What if I don't phrase it exactly right? What if I'm misunderstood or even worse, offensive? What if they don't respond? What if I screw up this relationship forever? The what ifs flew around in my brain like a frantic flock of Hitchcockian birds. And then I had a revelation. I needed to send this email. Putting it off wouldn't change that fact. It wouldn't significantly change the content of the message or the words I used either. The only thing I was doing by stalling was giving myself more time to stress over the possible outcomes I had no control over. Why not just push past the anxiety, send the damn message, and then address the actual outcomes instead of waiting until you visualized comprehensive contingency plans for all other possibilities? And I have a vivid imagination, so I mean all other possibilities. What's the worst that could happen? If something's unclear, I can clarify. If something's offensive, I can apologize. And don't waste time proofreading 1,000 times. My family survived the fucking Holocaust. I'm pretty sure I can survive a typo. I wrote and sent the email. It took less than 5 minutes. I had a glowing response with an enthusiastic yes and all the information I needed within half an hour. It worked. There's nothing the revelation loves more than a little instant gratification. I was so excited. I shared my newfound path to Zen and productivity with my husband in the car while he drove us to last month's Fist show. It's so easy. How did it take me half a century to figure this out? Clearly, I was well on my way to a brand new era of positivity and confidence. Then I walked through the door at the Rock. Mel greeted me with a smile and a simple question. Hey, do you have the printout of the storyteller bios? Shit. Okay, so the days leading up to the show were crazy for me. My husband and both of my sons had birthdays that needed planning and cakes. The show itself was fraught with storytellers dropping out and me scrambling to find replacements. On top of all that, I was learning to sleep with a new BiPAP machine, and it was not going well. I fully understand that I needed to survive, but I hate using it so much, I very maturely avoided going to sleep at all until 4 or 5 in the morning. I had all the excuses. What I did not have was the bio sheet. That kind of important piece of paper that lists the specific way each storyteller wants to be introduced in performance order. Can you imagine it's your first time on stage sharing your precious personal words with our audience, and we start you off with a morally deflating, "Please welcome storyteller number 4. Unacceptable. Adding insult to injury, I didn't just forget to print it out and bring it with me. I forgot to compile it at all. The document wasn't just missing, it didn't exist, and it was 100% my mistake. Mel, being the resilient powerhouse host that she is, accessed the FIST email on her phone and handwrote all the bios for herself on the back of our mailing list sign-up sheet. It took about 10 minutes. Storytellers were properly introduced, and the show went on without a hitch. No harm, no foul, and only a handful of people were even aware that I'd made a mistake. Happy ending, right? On the surface, anyway. On the inside, I couldn't let it go. I kept replaying it over and over in my mind. The voices in my head flocked like vultures with a yummy corpse to pick at. Why am I so stupid? This is something I literally do every month. How could I forget so completely? What else is slipping through the cracks? I want to be someone who can be counted on, a reliable part of a team. How many fuck-ups can I make before they stop trusting me altogether? Is this an age thing? Early dementia? Is this just my life now? What if I'm no longer an asset but a liability? And they just don't have the heart to tell me. Maybe I should resign from the board. Interrupting the spiral, Jenna, another of our FAB board members, came over with the sole purpose of telling me that I looked radiant. I'm about as good with compliments as I am with mistakes, but that's a story for another time. I have zero poker face, so Jenna could tell I was really upset about something. She gave me a big, beautiful hug with genuine concern and offered to help me with anything I needed. Jenna was right in the middle of some major put on your big girl panties and deal with it family issues. Why the fuck was she comforting me over my melodramatic bullshit? It was so backwards. I felt selfish and needy and even more like a pathetic burden on anyone who's ever known me. And that, my friends, is how you fuel a complete existential crisis over a goddamn piece of paper. Where was my revelation from earlier that day about not stressing over stupid mistakes, about bouncing back and rolling ahead? How did that forgotten piece of paper, a crisis that was fixed within 10 minutes of mildly inconvenient hustle, suddenly negate all the good work I've done with FIST for the past 12 years? Of course it didn't, except in my own head. My mind is a notoriously unreliable narrator. I mean, consider the baseline contradiction of having cripplingly low self-esteem while simultaneously feeling like everything wrong in the world is mine to fix. And what a job that is at the moment. Make up your fucking mind, self. Are you powerless and ineffectual, or the only competent egomaniac on the planet? Because you can't have it both ways. That revelation I had was a really good one, in theory. Solid like a stable, healthy rock. But in practice, paper covers rock, and I lost the game. This time. But I think I was onto something that's worth trying again. Maybe next time I can make it stick for more than 24 hours. As you listen to this story, I hope with all my heart that you're thinking, oh, that poor misguided basket case. Or even, what a jackass, get a grip. Because I'd rather have that reaction than know that this resonates with anyone else. If you saw yourself in anything I said, I'm so sorry. For both of us. But hey, go easy on yourself. Your value is so much more than the sum of your minor, inconsequential, completely forgettable mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. That's why they put erasers on pencils. You think they did that just for you? Thank you.